everyone, welcome back to Beat of the Soul. I hope you're all well. So one day I was just scrolling through the Jazz Cafe's website and then I saw Christopher Williams' name immediately, and that just stood out to me. That was the first thing that stood out to me because I just love him. I feel like he's a really underrated R&B legend. So when I saw his name, I was like, amazing. And then when I saw Meli'sa Morgan's name as well, I was like, okay, this is cool. I was only familiar with one of her songs, False Paradise. I was like, okay, that's just an extra bonus on top of seeing Christopher Williams. So I was like, okay, let me cop these tickets. This is gonna be a great show. I know there's gonna be a lot of old heads there. This is for those R&B soul lovers, for real, for real. I feel like at this point I should just move into the Jazz Cafe because I'm always there. I wish I was rich enough to buy those tickets that they were offering during the lockdown, where you could just pay like, I think it was 1,000 and something for like a lifetime of shows or some sort of deal like that. Because yeah, I'm always there, but I did not have that kind of money to be purchasing that kind of ticket. But it'd be interesting to know who has those tickets and like how they're finding it and how many shows they've been to, etc. But yeah, I'm just always there. I feel like I should probably be paying rent. That's how much I'm there. And when I was queuing up and the person asked for my name, they couldn't find it. So then I showed her my ticket. And then she told me that I came on the wrong day. And I was like, oh my God, of course, I've come on the complete wrong day. I had the Monday off work and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go and see Dune in the cinema, then come to the show after. And I don't know why I thought that I had tickets for the Monday show. I think it's because I was aware that they were having 2 days. So when I booked the tickets for Dune, I was like, oh yeah, the concert's on that day, so I can just go after. But then I completely forgot that I actually booked the Tuesday ticket. I don't know why I did that. But luckily she was really cool and she let me in still. I don't even know if I should be saying this because I don't know if that's gonna get her in trouble. But none of the gigs were sold out, so I don't really think it's an issue. But I was just so glad that she let me in because I couldn't be asked to like go back home and then come back the next day. Like that would have just been long. So thank you for letting me in. And then when I was queuing up as well, I could see a sign about Christopher Williams, and it was basically saying that he's not going to be at the show tonight because he's tested positive with COVID. And I was just like, this cannot be happening right now. I've come on the wrong day. The main person who I was there to see is not even going to be here. He's not even in the country. He's not even going to be performing. I was like, this cannot be happening. But I just got over it. I just had to switch my mindset and be like, okay, like there's actually nothing you can do, so you just have to accept it. You can either go home and see no show or accept it and see what you'll find, see what you'll hear. But then I was thinking, like, when would the promoters have known that he tested positive for COVID? Because surely you would have known beforehand, because you can't even get into the country if you've been tested positive. So I feel like we could have been told a bit sooner, but I don't know, maybe I'm wrong and maybe they knew last minute. But to me it just sounds like with something like that, it's not like a last minute thing where it's like an emergency. Like if you've been tested positive for COVID before you're traveling to a country, you would know days before. And I kind of had a feeling that something like this was gonna happen, because I was even saying to my uncle when I was gonna see him, I was like, Melissa's been posting, because I followed her on Instagram and I saw that she had came to London. She was posting when she was in Harrods and just posting rehearsals and what she was doing in that time. So I was like, okay, yeah, she's definitely gonna come. But with Christopher Williams' Instagram page, I saw nothing, and that was quite concerning for me, because I was like, if he's not posting but Meli'sa is, like, is he gonna come? So even though I was kind of like shocked when I saw the sign, at the same time I wasn't really surprised. But then don't you think that's a bit strange as well? Like that's how much we're like conditioned to like use social media and technology. Like if you don't post, it means that you're not in the country, when technically he could have been. He just might not have wanted to post. But I feel like in this kind of era, it's like if you're not posting, then something must be wrong with you kind of thing. But yeah, it was reassuring to see those posts from Meli'sa, but technically she didn't really have to do it. She didn't want to, but it is reassuring. The DJ was playing tunes, and a lot of these songs I did not know, but when he played them, seeing the crowd reaction was just making me happy. And I was like, okay, I need to find out what these songs are. I had my Shazam out. I was taking notes about how I discovered these songs, because if you watch my Children's Zeus video, you'll see how I was talking about how now I want to start like recollecting how I discover songs and artists, etc. So that, I think that was the day that I started taking those notes, or it might have been just before, I can't remember. But yeah, I remember adding like those songs to the list and being like, I discovered them from the DJ playing at the Meli'sa Morgan show. So yeah, it was just amazing. I really loved just seeing how the crowd is going crazy to these old school tunes. I was just like, okay, so this is what gets you gassed. Like, I like it. So the support act was Leiyah. She has a really beautiful voice, but the only thing I didn't like was like the beats behind her songs. I wasn't really feeling the production, so that made me overall not really like the songs that she was performing. I would love to hear her on some different types of beats, like on sounds similar to kind of Summer Walker's kind of style, SZA's kind of style, that kind of vibe. I feel like that would really suit her, that kind of production. There was a part in the show where she was talking about a kind of heartbreak and stuff, and she was saying how, oh no, I can't remember if she was saying, oh, how I know I'm young or whatever. And people in the crowd were kind of looking at her or laughing or making little comments. And she was bringing it up as well, how like she's young and probably shouldn't be experiencing that at this age kind of thing. But I was thinking to myself, people in your generation were having kids at this age, were married. So it's definitely possible to fall in love young. And it's definitely possible to have relationships and heartbreaks young. It just made me laugh because I was thinking, but this generation had kids at that age and were married, and as have other generations. But yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with her situation. Like, don't worry, sis. It's completely normal to fall in love, experience heartbreak, all of those kind of things at that age. Leiyah did a cover of Jhené Aiko's The Worst as well, which was cool. I wasn't really feeling the arrangement. I would have loved to have heard her voice on the original beat to see what she would have sounded like, because you know how I was saying I feel like she would sound good on like Summer Walker, SZA type beats. I feel like Jhené Aiko type beats would suit her voice as well. But she has a beautiful voice. I would just love to hear her on different sounds. That's just my opinion. But definitely check her music out and see if you like it as well. I wish her all the best. And I'm following her on Instagram now, so it would be great to see how her career continues to grow. I love that she covered Aretha Franklin. I feel like she killed that. It was such a great cover. I really enjoyed that performance. The guitarist killed it. I loved seeing him and Meli'sa interact together. I really liked that part as well. Yeah, so talented. And when I was watching her perform that song, immediately I started thinking, why haven't I seen Meli'sa on shows like BT tributes? You know, when they have like the Soul Train Awards or different kind of award shows where they're giving tributes to certain acts, because I feel like she would definitely body those covers. Because there's even been an Aretha tribute on BT that I watch quite often, and yeah, that lineup was spectacular that covered her. But I feel like Meli'sa would have been a great addition to that, and I feel like if they have any other tributes for similar kind of acts, I feel like she should definitely be considered. And I'm wondering, I don't know what goes on behind the scenes, like maybe they have reached out to her, but I feel like if they haven't reached out to her, I feel like they definitely should, because she would give one hell of a performance. She's got a very wicked voice. This was one of my favourite performances of the whole show. And I tell a lie actually, you know how I was saying before how I only knew Fool's Paradise by Meli'sa Morgan? I actually know this song with her and Kashif, and I love it. It's such a great song. Definitely check it out if you haven't already. Love the performance. I love what she was doing, her voice when she increased the tempo. I don't even know what she was saying, but I really liked it. And when the reggae beat came in, I was like, yes, this is a bit of me. I love that arrangement. Whoever's idea that was, yeah, very, very clever. I really enjoyed it. I was like, yes, skank to it. What? Shake her leg. I was just dancing. And I love like the footwork that Meli'sa was doing. How could you not move your feet to that? It was a vibe, and you could tell that the crowd really liked it as well. I love that moment between Meli'sa and the guitarist. I think he did a pretty good job mimicking her vocal. It wasn't perfect, but it was a really good job. As I've said in other videos, I haven't seen anyone top Sharky and D'Angelo's performance of that whole call and response thing, the whole back and forth thing between a musician and an instrumentalist. I hope that I can see someone do it as well as them one day live in the flesh. I will start screaming. I think this was my favourite performance. It was just so beautiful. All of the band members smashed it, but the keys players especially, they really stood out for this one. That was their time to shine, and they did that. It's just such a beautiful song. I never knew what the original was before. I'd never heard the song at all, so when I was researching to prep for this video, I found what the cover was, and yeah, it's such a beautiful song. I love the lyrics as well. I love the lyrical content of that song. Absolutely amazing. And I just love, again, how the crowd were reacting to it. And then I love when they reloaded the track and then the bass player kind of was like made that sound. That was a terrible impression. So as I was filming, you know, as you do, there's this shot that I got. I call it the muddy shot. Have a look. Can you see why I call it the money shot? She was right in my face. She was giving it. I was like, yes, you better perform for that camera. And I'm so glad that I captured that moment. My girl had an outfit change. I love that. I would be having outfit changes if I was a performer as well. There was a point earlier in the show as well where someone just started singing it and she was like, we got a long way to go before that one. And she was right. But obviously you saved that song till last because it's like her most popular song. And yeah, I really loved that performance. She killed it, and it was nice again to hear everyone singing along to that. It was just great energy and great vibes. And then I love how she split the crowd up into men and women and got us to make different sounds. I thought that was nice. Great interaction. And then I like the way how she came back to the bridge, like that was pretty seamless. It was cool to hear Meli'sa talk about the types of people that she's worked with. So that included people like Lil Cool J, Aretha Franklin, Whitney Houston, and so many more. It's crazy. Like, I feel like she's not really talked about that much. And I feel like she deserves more recognition and needs to be given her flowers while she's still here. If you're into like soul music, I would definitely recommend seeing her live. She's a really great performer and sounds amazing. And even though, as I said in the beginning, the main reason why I bought the ticket was to see Christopher Williams, I feel like everything happens for a reason. Me turning up on the wrong day, Christopher not being there, I guess I was just supposed to see a full set of Meli'sa Morgan on a Monday, the beginning of the month. It was a great start to the month. And yeah, I got to hear different songs that I had never heard before. Like, I really do feel like I was meant to hear a full set of Meli'sa Morgan. Thank you so much for watching my commentary. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe and share, and check the description box for more information. If you haven't heard of Meli'sa's music before and you like some of what you heard, make sure you definitely check out her music on streaming services, or if you're in a position to buy her music, then do that. Thank you, take care, bye.